Welcome to Wisdom of the World. Today I'm going to tell a story from Liberia in Africa. It's a story about death, and it's called The Whip. And it goes like this. Once upon a time, there was a hunter called Ogalusa who lived in the forest with his family. Every day he would go hunting. And then he would go back to his wife and his 5 sons. But one day he went hunting and he did not come back that evening. They waited for him for supper, but he didn't come. Then night came, then day came, and another night came, but he did not come. Then another week, another month, another year came, and actually a little baby boy was born called Puli. But still, our hunter friend did not come back. His wife went to the forest, worked in the field. Sometimes her sons helped, sometimes not. Little Puli could already start walking, but he didn't do any talking. But then one day, he said the words, his first words, "Where is my father?" And then the oldest brother said, "Yes, where is our father?" And then the second brother said, "We should go find him." And the third brother said, that's the path he took. Yeah? And the fourth brother said, let's take that path and go look for him. And the fifth brother says, "Let's go now." And so they did. They took their gear and, they were hunters, their guns, and they went along the path. And they walked and walked and walked until they finally came to a bit of an open spot, and there they found their father's bones and his old gun standing there. Then the oldest son said, I can collect his bones, and he put his bones together as if it was, a real person. And then the second brother said, "I can put skin around those bones." And so he did. And the third brother said, "And I can fill that with blood." And he did very well. And then the fourth brother said, "And I can make him breathe again." And so, he started to breathe again. And the fifth brother made him stand up. And the first thing the father said, "Where is my gun?" Yeah. And they gave him his gun. And they all walked back to the house, where he was, of course, well received. And he ate and he ate and he ate, because he hadn't eaten for a long time. And then he cut his hair, which is actually common in Liberia. When somebody comes back from the death, you have to cut your hair. So he cut his hair, and then he went to sleep. And after he awakened, felt good and reinvigorated again, he wanted to organize a big party for the whole community, his coming back party. So they had a big party, and everybody came. Everybody was wearing their best clothes, and they came. And he killed a cow, and his wife cooked all that meat for all the guests. But from the tail, he put some beads on that tail, and he made a very pretty whip from that tail. It was actually such a nice whip. It was the nicest whip anybody had ever seen. And many of his friends said, "Oh, Ogalusa, will you please give us this whip?" And he says, "No." And then in the middle of the party, he stood up and he said, A long, long time ago, I went hunting and I met a very big, strong, fierce lion who killed me. Then my sons, a long time later, came, looked for me and found me and brought me back alive. I am very grateful to my sons. And I have this whip. You know, I want to give something to my sons to thank them, but I have only one whip. I want to give that to the son that has actually done most towards bringing me back to life. And everybody started to think along with him, who could that be? And after a lot of thinking, he says, it's the little one, Puli, who said, where is my father? Because that set off the whole train. All the other brothers went along with him. So he lifted up his little son, gave him a big kiss, and he was offered this little whip as a reward. Now, why am I telling you this story? You see, there is an African wisdom that comes from this story that says, a man is alive as long as he is remembered. Now, how do we remember somebody? We remember somebody by what he or she said, thought, wrote, did, loved, etc. In many ways, we remember somebody. So, even if you do not believe in reincarnation, or even if you do, I think we can all agree that death does not mean the end of that particular person. Thank you.